way, I think it always has been, but maybe not under that name. So, when we think of sustainability now, we think of the social and the environmental and the economic, and it has to be all of those three. And one can't just focus on just generating energy or something like that, like the issue of how we live well together, how we live with nature, and how we live within resources. It's a big, connected, complex puzzle. And actually, most architecture has, throughout its history, always dealt with those things very profoundly, in terms of using the materials to hand, having some kind of creativity and ingenuity about how to use those materials and how to bring people together, like the stepwells in India. I mean, they're functional places, but they're also very social places, and so they bond a community together. And those shared ideas are absolutely critical. So I would say that architecture has been and doing sustainability, for many millennia, and it's maybe only recently that it's become a bit sidetracked and is just about consumerism or the latest fashion in form or something like that. So in that sense, the reminder and to address sustainability is a good sort of slightly corrective. But as we're seeing over the last few years, I think we have to respect that it's a big, complex puzzle, the environment and the economy and the social aspect. I think actually governments have been quite slow to catch up on what other people are seeing and what other people are wanting. Obviously, there are some good things, and there's, I mean, in the UK, for example, the building regulations have steadily got more, demanding, which is a good thing, and a lot of government clients are asking for net zero carbon. So that's obviously a positive thing. There's questions about what they mean by net zero. And we've seen even some and the growth of renewable energy is happening, but I guess everyone acknowledges it's not happening fast enough. I think the missing part of that is maybe the social sustainability. So how do you bring communities together, and how do you bring communities along with the need to address the climate crisis? Because otherwise we might end up with a sort of polarized debate between some people, and we see this in America, we see this in the Trump administration, whereas a large body of people are kind of in climate change denial, and the other half are progressive. But that's not a satisfactory condition, and we need to figure out how to bring everyone along with that, whether that's money or materials or labor. But actually that's an integral part of the design kind of ingredients. And for us, and when you practice, of course they're very important. They're very important ingredients, and they are a spur to creativity. So it's really important to, if you're cooking a meal, you don't just think of any ingredient. You go to the market and you see what's available, and then you look what's in season, and then you create your meal around that. And that idea is a bit absent in architectural education. So architectural education is in this kind of vacuum that doesn't really address resources or materiality. But mostly I would hate to see sustainability as a kind of add-on or as a tick box a module that you do to prove that you've done sustainability. Really, it should be about having a really rigorous architectural education of integrated design. So integrated means bringing together engineering, social. The architect's role is to bring all those things together and create a kind of satisfying whole out of that. And that just demands a kind of very rigorous, holistic education where you're bringing all those disciplines together. That's a great one. That's a really good one. I think it's think of an amazing creative possibility and go and do it.